One of the first things that I thought I needed to do was to see if I could pull off the dance scene. There was a sense of naivety that I had when I went into this, and I think it can be a good thing having that kind of naive attitude, because suddenly you're faced with a huge problem, like how do I fill a hall with people, when you just got to get creative about it and just got to solve that problem.
It was done on an absolute shoestring budget. Essentially it wasn't really a budget at all, to be honest.
I thought he was a bit of a mad bastard because, you know, to do a period drama with no money takes a lot of balls, and so you appreciate that, and it's taking it away from your typical run-of-the-mill short films set in now, and so it's easy to do that, and he was taking on a challenge, and that was respectable.
I created these pamphlets and tried to get people to come along to this swinging 1930s night that we were going to film, and so I thought if I could get all these people there in period costumes, then I could get my cameras in there and I could, you know, have all these extras. I rounded up a whole bunch of willing friends and family to take dance lessons for a few weeks, and I took them as well, and my brother took them, and Robin took them. As the day drew closer, I knew that we didn't have enough people to fill the hall, so I found a ballroom place with this guy called Gary Roberts, and he told all his ballroom people that it was on, and on the night they all rocked up. And it just filled the hall and made it really, really good.
It was really a bit like a party, but a bit staged, a bit like a costume party that was staged, and it was a lot of fun. Longer and more tiring than I quite expected.
I don't think I ate barely a thing the whole time. I was just running on adrenaline. We had so much material, I'd boarded everything, really planned it meticulously, but we're really just finding our feet, and I was really finding my feet, and a lot of things didn't turn out really the way I wanted them.
And we didn't even get much of a lunch break, and I was the band leader for that.
See, we were shooting in the direction of the band the entire time, so every single shot that was happening on the stage would see the band in the background. So no matter what was happening or who was called, I was always needed. So I thought I'd just keep things alive and interesting by doing farting noises on the trombone. I got really good at it. Actually, Matt never really complained. I mean, that trombone really bugged him. There was one comment made during the shoot. Just one comment of, yeah, you go back and play your trombone, sort of thing. And it was just said in such a way it was, okay, yeah, it is getting to him. Well, after 9 hours, you'd think. It's just like, well, dude, you gave me a trombone.
My parents were really supportive of me throughout this whole process, and they helped a lot where they could, and my mum and dad catered that big dance night.
I'd been on a couple of commercial film sets before, but never on a film set like that. It was pretty basic, everything was pretty basic, and yet, you know, right from the start I sensed a promise that I thought to myself, I reckon he's worth taking a bit more notice of.
It's an interesting feeling when you're standing there and you've got a hall of 70, 80 people and they're all dancing in period outfits, and there was a few moments where I just thought, how did I get all these people, you know, dancing for me?